Chris Cyborg had a fight this weekend against Kunitskaya from, I believe she came from Invicta. Anyway, she's a tough girl, but she's not a 145. Nobody Chris Cyborg is fighting is a natural 145. All they're doing is taking 135ers and sending them up to 145, feeding them to Cyborg. She's the only girl in that weight class who's a natural 145er. All the rest of them are just coming up from 135. And they're all tough girls, but they're fighting out of their weight class. So are they really at their best when they're facing Chris Cyborg? We don't know. You know, because they're not used to fighting at that weight. So, I mean, as tough as she is, and as much as she's accomplished outside of the UFC, I think there's always going to be a big question mark as to whether, if she had these girls at their best, the way they would be at their weight class, would she be as dominant? We will never know. So I think they just have her there because they feel she's a draw. Which, yeah, she is. A lot of people I want to see her fight Nunes. That's going to be a good fight. You know, two brutal strikers. Nunes, I think she's got the more technical style, technical boxing, and she's probably got better hands than Cyborg does. Cyborg's a brawler. So I don't know how she's going to fare with Nunes, but I guess Dana White wants that to be the next fight, so hopefully we're going to find out. I want to see that fight. I'm not trying to take anything away from Cyborg. She's a good fighter. She's great. But I think they're hurting her. She's hurting herself by accepting a title in a weight class where there's no other competitors. It's easy to be the champion when you have nobody else in the weight class. And yeah, she was a beast, you know, everywhere she's been, but everybody's a beast until they get to the UFC. That's where you're really tested. I mean, look at Hector Lombard. Hector Lombard looked unstoppable until he got to the UFC. And look at, he's done nothing. He's resorted to getting disqualified for throwing illegal punches after the bell. Come on. I think they really need to do something else with that weight class. Come up with a 140 or something. But, Colby Covington, you piece of shit. I don't understand, like, what is he trying to do? Is this guy so desperate to get into the limelight that he's willing to do anything? I mean, the guy's Dana White needs to talk to him. The guy's a liability. And not to mention, he's a coward. We see what happens when he's confronted. Fabricio Verdum threw a boomerang at him. What did he do? He pressed charges. He called the cops. You get tough until, you know, you act like a tough guy until it's time to do tough guy things. Basically, you're protected in the octagon by the referee. You know, so if the fight's not going your way, you can always tap, or the referee will pull them off you. But when you're in the street, it's a different story. Now you're starting to fight with a big-ass heavyweight. And Derek, what's his name? Derek Lewis. You're crazy. That guy gets a hold of you, you're done. Anyway, man, this has been the Nut House with your boy Easy Nuts. I'll see y'all next time.